Hello and welcome to Kerry's Wheel of the Year. Today is the most exciting day. Seed sowing day. I'm a bit like a kid. It's fab. I love it. So this is it. It's finally here. It's mid-January. Time to get the peppers, chilies, aubergines and a couple of other bits and bobs on the go. So I'm doing this at home this time because obviously it's far too cold to do it out in the greenhouse. And this year I have got myself a bit more organised. So I have got this, which is like a propagator box, but it's big enough to take loads and loads of these little seed trays, which are actually, these are brilliant. If you're in the UK, you can get them from a place called Containerwise, and they're really solid. I mean, these will last for donkey's years. I don't like using plastic generally, so if I'm going to buy plastic, I will buy plastic that is, you know, really long lived. And I've had these for 2 or 3 years now, and there's not even the least sign of wear on them. They're actually brilliant, and there's various different sizes, so I've got some bigger ones as well. But yeah, these from Containerwise, have a look. Charles Dowding and Hugh Richards both have their own brand of them that they've worked with Containerwise for. And this is my nice big tray, and this will sit on top of my heat mat, which is around the corner. So the heat mat has decided he wants to stay curled up. I'm sure it will be fine once the heat's going through it and it's a bit more malleable. But it's a bit awkward at the moment. Anyway, this is where it's going to sit. It's not ideal because it's an east-facing window, and it should really be on a south-facing window, but I have a cunning plan. And this is, the peppers, chilies and aubergines all need heat if they're gonna do anything. So hopefully that, and also because I haven't got a south-facing window that I can occupy. Usually my little seedlings, when they start poking up, get a bit leggy, even if I'm turning them round and round and round. But this year I'm trying out something new because not everybody's got enough money to buy, like overhead lights or things like that, which you can get, but to get decent ones, they're like, to get this sort of size for this, there's like 80 quid for a decent set of overhead grow lights. There's that kind of money to throw around. Anyway, so what I've done, another one of my Heath Robinson creations, is this. So I'm calling this episode the Blue Peter version. Because anybody who knows the Blue Peter programme that's been around for donkey's years will know what I'm talking about. So I've got some cardboard and some silver foil, and what I'll do is I'll put this at the back of the big seed tray, and hopefully it will bounce lots of light onto the little seedlings so that they don't get quite so leggy. Because if they're leggy, they get a bit weak and yeah, they don't thrive as well. So even though I turn them, and I will still turn them, I'll put a little bit of how I made that up in a minute. You know me, I like building things. Yeah. Anyway, so let me introduce you to the stash boxes. Stash boxes. I'm not addicted or anything, but you know, hang on, these are the seeds that I'm planting today, and I've done the labels and everything already for them. How efficient was that? But yeah, these are the stash boxes. Each compartment has got seeds in it, and they're all labelled up when they're supposed to be sown and what's in the boxes. Obviously it changes a bit each year, but I'm not saying I've got a problem, but that's probably a bit excessive. And as you can see a bit later, I thought I thought I was being really good, and then I found an extra bag of seeds. I just found a whole load of seeds from my already started seed boxes. I'd completely forgotten that. I mean, that's quite a lot of seeds to forget about. I mean, that's a lot of seeds. Anyway, so that's the stash boxes. I've organised them. They can go out of the way now because I'm not going to take anything else out of those. I don't think I've got enough seed trays to actually sow all of the ones I want to sow anyway, because I'll have to go to the allotment and get some more. But I've got these. I've got that. But in the best spirit of Blue Peter, I've got somebody to help me with the job today.
Hello, Kerry. What are we going to do today?
Well, Dave, today we're going to sow some chilli seeds.
That sounds great. How do we do that?
Dave. So, well, Dave, in the best possible Blue Peter style, we've got all of our things all ready. I've got a bag of soil down here.
Bag of soil, yes.
I've got my seed trays, and I've got my seeds.
Right. Any sticky back plastic?
No, sadly. Damn.
Okay.
The standard.
Not really Blue Peter then,
it's
is
not proper Blue Peter without the sticky back
Is
plastic.
there any dangerous fire regulations being broken when you make these things?
No, sadly
Really not
not.
Blue Peter. Okay, anyway,
isn't.
let's carry on. Right, what do we do first?
Excuse me, it's making me laugh now, that's it. There are a lot of seeds here that I'm going to sow.
I've seen a lot of seeds. That's not a lot of seeds.
No, these are a lot of seeds. Down here.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
so Dave's not done this sort of stuff before. Dave has recently, over the past couple of years, got into cooking, right? Haven't you?
I do.
You like
Love
cooking.
Love cooking.
However, he's never particularly been bothered about the growing aspect, which means that sometimes when I've grown lots of stuff, it doesn't necessarily kind of get the urgency to kind of include it
In the cooking.
In the cooking.
No.
So I'm trying to persuade you to get into a bit of gardening, aren't I?
You are. I'm a musician though, and these fingers are very, very delicate. So I hope there's nothing too, dodgy for guitar fingers. Go on then. Right.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, the whole point of this is to try and get you more into the idea of appreciating the stuff you're cooking, innit?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's also getting hands in the earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Magic is wonderful. What we do with our druidry is wonderful. But I've never really, and I've done the bushcraft stuff, I've done the survival stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't done the growing stuff. I can identify, as you know,
As you
many
know.
wild plants.
Yes.
But take me into the allotment, and I haven't got a clue what they are. I can tell you what a St John's wort looks like, or anything like that. But
Yeah.
difference between a cavallonero and a chard.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, have you ever done this before?
I've done things like this before. I haven't lived 58 years without doing this kind of thing before, but not with such a professional.
Professional, my
Oscar's
eye.
decided to get a ball out of his toy box. So if you hear anything, it's Oscar playing right next to us. He's decided to have a go at
He
that.
needs some attention as well.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so I've got my bag of soil down here. So it's my peat-free compost, and it's quite so. So aubergines, peppers, and chilies all need quite a free draining soil, and they don't like it too moist.
I'm not saying anything about that. There might be children watching.
So this particular this particular soil's not too bad because it's quite sort of sandy and it's not got too many lumps in it. So I mean, if you've got like a woody based soil, you would probably want to sieve it really, but because this is quite sandy already, probably don't need to do that too much. So I'm just gonna, this is the boring bit, I'll probably speed this bit up.
Well, if you're speeding this up, I'll do a dance. Right, okay.
Okay. Right, so peppers and chilies and things don't really like a lot of root disturbance. So,
Why is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
Well, does any plant like root disturbance?
Well, I mean, it would prefer not, I'm guessing, but but apparently chilies and peppers are quite renowned for not liking that. So I've just pressed that down lightly, not too much.
There was a top tip there you might have missed. To press it down, you use the bottom bit of the next one that you're going to use. That's a top tip that you may have missed there that I saw.
Okay. Dave saw that. He's on the spot. He's on the spot now.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, the only other thing I haven't done is I haven't got some water to do these, because the other thing I like doing is pre-wetting the soil before I put the seeds in, because sometimes when you water them afterwards, the seeds get slushed.
Get washed away.
They get slushed into a place where you don't want them to be. So I need to get...
We'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. This is like random chaos trying to film with a madman. I'll be back shortly.
Oh, look. Magically. Water has arrived.
By the magic of cinema.
There you go.
A plastic bottle with a plastic little funnel thing.
Little watering can funnel.
Yeah, which just makes it a lot easier to water things. And look, don't usually do this. I've actually put cardboard down and everything.
Otherwise, I would have gone screaming from the house.
I'm a bit messy.
You would think that this would happen in like a shed or a greenhouse.
Well, it's
But
too
it happens
cold.
on our dining room table.
It's too
That's
cold.
proper
It's dedication.
dedication. That
It's
is.
dedication,
Yeah, exactly.
that is.
Yeah.
Right, so what's the first one we've got? We've got aubergines.
Aubergines.
This one, so I was getting a gardening magazine.
Eggplants to the other people who know this as an
well done.
eggplant.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, my handy assistant here. So this one is Early Long Purple 2 for greenhouse crops.
Nothing to do with the dodgy emoticon used on TikTok and other social media, but it does very much look like that. There you go.
Right, let's have a look, see what we can do. So I haven't opened any of these packets, but I'm not going to sow too many seeds, because normally what I do is I sow thousands of seeds, and then I have to try and foist them on all of my friends who are like, no, I don't need any more tomatoes, thank you. And I'm like...
It's true.
And the other thing is not to tip out lots of seeds in your hand, because they get damp, and when you put them back in the seed packet, it can make the rest of the seeds damp.
Another top tip there, Kerry.
I'm full of it.
Yeah, it's all good.
So so I'm going to put so you can't see on there. It's too small. So I'm just going to pick up with a slightly damp one. What is this label?
A white plastic thing.
White plastic thing.
Yeah.
That I have
Labelled.
I've labelled. So can you read it?
Early long purple.
And
17th of January times 2.
yeah.
Aubergine, yes. There it is.
Because otherwise, no matter how much you think you've done it and think you'll remember, you don't. You just don't remember.
That's very true. It's like recording on an album when you're using Logic and you've got your guitar and your mandolin and your bouzouki and you don't label them. After you've got like 16 tracks, forget it.
Any questions, Dave?
Well, it says here,
Yeah.
sow January to April and harvest August to October. So as we're sowing this in January,
Yeah.
can I assume we're going to have early long purple, large elongated fruits in August to eat?
Well, hopefully.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
So if you sowed them in April, you'd be harvesting them in October.
What you can do is do like a succession sowing so that you... So if I sow these now, which is early, then sow another lot in maybe a month, then by the time these lot have finished, then the other lot will be ready.
Okay,
So
that sounds like a plan.
it sounds like a plan. So that's kind of where I've got to get more into successional planting because, life just gets busy and you forget. But we're trying to do this whole kind of be as self-sufficient as possible thing.
The Tom and Barbara thing.
Yeah, from The Good Life.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, you've got to be a bit more you've got to be a bit more on it, and I haven't really been as committed to it. It's another reason why I want to get Dave involved, because if he's involved, he's a bit more organised than I am.
Okay.
So
I've got that on film now. I'm going to use that. Right, what's this one? This is a different one. Oh, okay. This is Black Beauty.
Black Beauty.
Right.
Another aubergine. Eggplant.
Can I open this one?
Yeah, if you want.
All right. Oh, it's open.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've
You've
probably sowed
obviously
some of those
sowed
large
these
here.
before.
Yeah. So I've also
I'll
been
leave that
through all
then.
my seed boxes and culled a lot of the old seeds because I had so many seeds. I think I was saying earlier that I used to get a gardening magazine called Kitchen Garden, and they used to send you free seeds, which is what some of these are.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I'd already opened it at the other end.
I love these moments of Kerry's videos. The sealant moment in the last one was just classic, and now we've opened one end and the other end was open already, and the seeds are open from last year. I love it.
Right, so
All right.
I've got 4.
Do I want 4 of these?
Probably.
Right.
So I'm
I'm
gonna
going in. Get them hands dirty
just
now. Well, with a dobber.
So these are in. So I don't want it too wet. Right, make sure I label these ones. I'm going to put the soil on afterwards, so I'm going to cover them in a bit of soil in a bit.
So this is this one. No.
So we've got Black Beauty, we've got Moneymaker, and we've got Early Long Purple.
Right.
So that's the deal.
I'm going to pick one up. Oh, it worked. Like magic, my friends.
Is this
and
me?
there we are. Another one.
Hang on a minute.
Hold on. I need to get a bit more wet on there.
Are these my seeds or the ones you've just opened?
Just leave them there until I've done this. I can't multitask. It's all going very well. You wouldn't believe something so small could create a big fruit like that. I mean, look at it. It's tiny.
I know, it's
That's
great.
the wonder of seeds, isn't it? That's your...
I think this is why I love seeds. The fact is
There we
that
go.
something
And
so...
that is a money maker.
Yeah.
There.
Well, yeah, kind of there.
Right, that is the money maker seed. So whatever you've got there is yours.
Oh, right, okay.
So
Cool.
there we go. I shall
Right.
now
So
carefully
that's-
and diligently put this back in the correct bag.
Hurrah.
And there.
And then on the done
there.
pile. Fabulous. So
All going very well.
it's all going very well. So we're going to start on the chilies now.
Chilies. We
Right.
love chilies.
Well, so I've got a variety of chilies. I mean, we don't really eat that many chilies, do we?
Well, we will now. Look, we're going to have chilies
But
in
you
everything.
like chilies, don't you?
Have chili on custard. Probably, I think, I don't know, a little bit of an edge of heat in custard.
Don't
all
adulterate my custard.
Okay.
I like my
No
custard.
chili custard.
Okay, so
Vodka, chili vodka.
chili vodka. Chili sauces, I thought this year maybe. Because there's
Like American hot sauces.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I thought we'd have a go. If
Like
these
our very
come
own
off.
Franks
Yeah, exactly. Other chili sauces are available.
Yes.
Not that we're the BBC.
Right, I'm going to open this one then.
Okay, so just have a look
She's
at.
panicking because I'm really going. She's going, no!
It's like two control freaks at the same time.
Here,
What have you
I'm
got?
doing.
Hot. Oh, it's a hot.
Yeah.
Decayenne.
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 Oh,
So we can do the French.
yeah.
So
Much beloved by Napoleon, apparently.
what, the French?
No, this particular pepper.
Oh, was it?
I don't know.
He's talking rubbish.
I am talking. I've run out of moist.
You run out.
There we are.
There's plenty of moist.
Right.
I'm probably teaching grandmothers to suck eggs out here because you probably all know what you're doing with these seeds. But for anybody who doesn't, oh, he doesn't. Yeah.
Go on. So for me, for nothing else for
So
me.
for Dave, for Dave's
Yeah.
introduction to seed sowing, basically the rule of thumb is you put for most seeds you put the depth of soil over the top to cover them equal to the size of the seed.
That's barely anything. Wow.
There you go.
Okay, so it's just a little bit of darkness. Can I
Yeah.
put a bit on then?
Yeah, stick it on.
Right, okay, so that much then. Really just a tiny little bit.
Well, yeah, just do it over the whole area. But yeah, basically. And because I've watered it already, don't need to water it anymore.
Do you pat it down or just leave it
Yeah,
loose?
and that's the other thing is to just gently pat it down. Don't have to do it too hard, but just damp it down so there's full contact with the soil. So, yeah, basically. And then that's our little seed babies tucked up.
Seed babies.
Our seed babies.
Like that. See, when we harvest this, I now am going to have a much closer connection to this.
That's the whole
particular
point,
plant.
isn't it?
It's exactly.
And
it's all
then-
coming to fruition, and I've got dirty fingers.
Look at that.
we
We've
go.
managed to get Dave to get dirty fingers.
Yeah, that's it.
I think this is the thing, the process. I think that you will start to understand why I get so obsessed about this whole thing now, I reckon. Because,
And you don't water them again
no,
because you've watered them before.
I've already watered them.
There you
So
go.
now
Right.
we just need to fill up the next pot.
Right. So, are we going to speed this up and I'll dance again?
What have you got?
I've got this one,
That
which
one.
is a pepper,
Yeah.
Beguino.
Oh, these big, I love these. These little tiny Bequino. equino peppers. These are the ones that we had in that salad on our
okay.
when we had our civil partnership evening at the posh hotel.
Very nice
we had
too.
A posh salad, and they're little tiny weeny like teardrop shaped
Seeds.
peppers. I know, I'm flouting my own rules as we go.
This is chaos gardening. So just flout the rules. As long as it works, as long as the magic works,
Yeah, I'm just
break all the rules.
Right, so other seeds. So I've got a number I could sow now. I don't know if I will sow them, but there's spigurello, which is kind of like a kale thing, but a really early thing that I could sow now for a few sprouting heads and but mostly the leaves apparently. There is tree spinach, which gets to about 2.5 meters. What's that in old money?
It's lots taller than
It's like 7 foot, isn't it?
6
or 7
just
foot.
6 or 7 foot. That's a spinach. That's a tree.
Young leaves and
yes,
spinach.
it should definitely have its own ogham symbol.
And
Tree
there's
spinach,
some
sacred.
little cabbages, greyhound ones, which are quite fast growing. And apparently, I was watching somebody the other day saying that you can plant the cabbages early and not actually let them head up. You can just use them like spring greens and pick them before they make a head. So might sow some of those. Lupins are part of the pea family, so they're really good nitrogen fixers in the soil. And I've tried to grow these several times, and
they're very pretty too.
they're beautiful.
Yeah.
I love lupins, but my God, the slugs love them too. So I might try and sow. And in fact, actually, let's try and sow some of these.
In between everything.
Yeah.
So the slugs eat those instead of the tree spinach.
Well, that, and also because it fixes nitrogen in the soil, and they're they're perennials. I can plant them around the tree guilds and things like that. They'll be really good for that, and it will just look beautiful.
It will look very pretty.
So, I mean, we might just take a whole tray for the lupins, and then I've got my absolute favourite vegetables, leeks.
Leeks.
Love leeks. So this is an earlier one called Elephant. And so that will be exactly what it says on the tin.
Very big.
Chunky leeks. So I think we'll put some of those in. And then I've got loads of basil, various kinds. So there's one called Piccolino, which is nice, compact and bushy. This one is lemon basil, which is very tasty, and some coriander. All of those you can sow all year round. Just keep them on the windowsill. And some flat leaf parsley. I personally prefer the taste of flat leaf parsley. And again, you can use that all year round. And apparently, with parsley, you can eat the roots as well. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. I've never eaten the root of a parsley.
No, I've never eaten the root of a parsley, but we've got some parsley outside that's gone through the winter. So we might see if we can dig up the roots on that.
Okay.
That might be nice.
Try and eat it.
And try and eat it. And cauliflower, all year round cauliflowers. I've got some cauliflowers in the ground already, but repeat sowings through the year. So you always have a nice cauliflower steak if you fancy it.
All right.
So I haven't.
When I say parsley, what kind of animal comes to mind that is very friendly? If you're of a certain age.
I can't remember Parsley's song.
I'm a very friendly lion called Parsley. I love that programme.
Fabulous.
I love the herbs.
From where was that from? The 60s?
Probably, yeah.
Oh my God, that's showing our age now.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Watch with mother.
Watch with mother. Okay, right. Okay, back to the seed sowing.
Yes.
Because otherwise, this is going to be like an hour-long episode.
Well, if you keep going, we've got basil there.
We got
Get some sage out. I have to go all owl on you.
Brum, brum. Brum, brum.
Dill, the dog.
Dill the dog. I'm a dog called Dill. There's a revelry now going on.
I love it.
Right, okay. How many... So I'm opening the leeks, so I obviously want to do leeks next. So how many seeds have we got with the leeks? Oh, there's quite a few.
That is a lot of seeds.
That is a lot of seeds. Onion seeds and stuff don't last very long. So I need to sow these quite quickly this year, I think, because I've had that packet. Oh,
and
no.
we can eat a lot of leeks.
Oh, I love leeks.
Yeah, so
Love a
plant
good leek.
away.
Right, now I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to use a whole tray for leeks as well. So I will put some sprigarello and stuff in with those. I want a whole tray of lupins and a whole tray of leeks. So what do you want to do, leeks or lupins?
I'll do the spigarellos.
Oh, okay.
They're there.
Fair enough, you do that then.
Because I like the word too. Where is it?
We don't need too many, probably only 4 at the moment, because we can repeat sow those. I think
They're
that's what...
tiny as well, my God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, brassica seeds are like little balls, aren't they?
How does that make a big plant?
I don't know, but that's one of the things I love about it all. It's the fact that you've got these tiny, tiny seeds, and actually what you have there is the potential for a whole field of food or flowers, because one seed will... It holds the memory of so much, you know, the whole DNA of every plant that it's ever evolved from. You know, that's the magic of gardening for me. This is why I love getting my hands in the soil and kind of, you know,
That's
dreaming of potential. Well, do you know what, Dave? There's a bag of labels somewhere. Look at that. Getting Dave into doing labelling. All right, Dave's bringing the gadget over. So this is my Heath Robinson sun reflecting funky thing, which actually I think what I'm going to do is put it under the heat mat like that, so that, and then if you pop the... I'm glad you're doing that because I'm not quite tall enough. And we are in. So hopefully that will reflect loads of sunlight back into the tray, so I don't have to keep turning the seedlings around too much. But we'll see. It may or may not work. Anyway, I think that has been bonkers. Well, we've had fun. I hope you've had fun. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.